Alana Vaughn had been called many things in the past 2 weeks: whistleblower, hero, corporate traitor, national icon. Her face had dominated television screens, news feeds, and magazine covers. But she didn't feel like a hero. She felt like prey. The morning after her expose aired, she was moved to a secure federal location, assigned 2 U.S. Marshals, and warned to expect retaliation. What she hadn't expected was silence. No follow-up attacks. No contact from Zachary. No public comment from Ordnance Global Holdings. The shadowy conglomerate at the heart of the documents she leaped dot. She spent each day combing through the data. Zachary left behind. Shell companies, offshore bank accounts, encrypted transfers, and confidential board meeting minutes. It was all there. And yet, every time she traced a wire transfer or digital footprint, it vanished into another name, another disguise. Someone had built this web to never be unraveled. By day 5, Elena started seeing patterns, names that repeated, internal memos, signed by aliases that linked to government contracts, humanitarian projects in Africa, funded by money stolen from Blackline subsidiaries. And each thread, no matter where it started, eventually led back to one name, Ordnance Global Holdings. She tried to alert her handlers. Agent Ford, one of the marshals assigned to her, seemed sympathetic but overwhelmed. "This isn't just fraud," she told him. "It's architecture. They're laundering through institutions so large they're practically untouchable." He listened, but Elena could see it in his eyes. He thought she was in over her head. On the 7th day, a letter arrived. No postmark. No return address. Just a white envelope slid under her door during the night. Inside was a photograph of Aiden Ross, her former fiancé, lying unconscious in a dark room. A warning scrawled beneath it in red ink. "Silence keeps him breathing." Panic gripped her. She hadn't spoken to Aiden since the raid. He had helped her trace Zachary Verne before vanishing again. Was he taken? Tortured? Dead? She handed the letter to Agent Ford, who immediately called in a tech team to trace the photo metadata. Nothing. It had been wiped clean. "They're watching us," Elena muttered. "They're inside this agency." Ford didn't argue. Within hours, she was moved again to a cabin in rural Virginia. No cell signal. No Wi-Fi. Just a satellite phone and a small team of agents with orders not to speak unless necessary. It felt less like protection and more like isolation. That 3 days passed. Then 4. The silence returned. Elena's thoughts churned until sleep became impossible. She reread every page of the documents. She began to realize something terrifying. The data Zachary sent wasn't just incriminating. It was curated, selected, deliberate. He wanted her to find ordnance.y. That night, her satellite phone rang for the first time. A distorted voice crackled through. "Do you want to see him again?" Her throat tightened. "Who is this?" "You already know." "Zachary?" Static. "Meet me. 10 p.m. tonight. Abandoned train depot outside Roanoke." The line went dead. She told the agents. They refused to allow her to leave. So she waited until nightfall, drugged their coffee with sleeping pills she'd hidden in her bag, and escaped. In one of their unmarked vehicles, the depot loomed like a corpse beneath the moonlight. Rusted rails, shattered windows, vines strangling the skeleton of what once moved the nation's cargo. She stepped inside slowly, flashlight cutting through. The dust. A man stepped from the shadows. Zachary. He was thinner, grayer, but alive. His beard was trimmed. His eyes were the same, piercing, intelligent, haunted. "You shouldn't have come," he said. "You sent me the drive." He nodded. "I wanted to know how far you'd go." "What is ordnance?" He sighed. "Insurance. For powerful people. An organization that ensures global interests remain. uninterrupted. You're part of it? I was. Until I wasn't useful anymore? You faked your death. Framed Frederick. Manipulated me. I exposed the truth, he said quietly. Blackline was a test. Ordnance needed to know how quickly corruption could be exposed and contained. Her voice trembled. A test? He handed her another. Drive. You passed. But now they want to see what happens when a truth can't be stopped. Suddenly, gunfire erupted outside. Lights, screams. Federal agents swarmed in. Zachary raised his hands, but smiled at Elena. Now you understand, he said as they tackled him. She screamed. He's the key. Don't kill him. But they dragged him away. One agent whispered, he's going to disappear again. And he did. Back at the cabin, Elena was confined, interrogated, accused of breaching federal protocols. Her credentials were revoked. The press turned on her. Whistleblower or rogue actor? Her face, once praised, now represented chaos. But they couldn't take the second drive. She copied it, sent it to 5 journalists, encrypted it onto the blockchain, buried it in secure servers across the world, and she vanished. 1 month later, cities erupted. Riots, protests, CEOs arrested, banks shuttered, entire governments destabilized. The Crimson Ledger had turned into a fire, and in the shadows, Elena watched it all burn.